Bledsoe was arrested.
Patrick Montgomery was in court.
Jonathan Manapa will stay in federal custody.
No, I don't take responsibility at all.
Hey everyone, welcome to the show. So 24-year-old Oregon resident Jonathanpeter Klein traveled to D.C. with his brother Matthew after he texted his employer and asked for time off because he said they planned to go to D.C. for the Stop the Steal rally. So not really ambiguous about whether or not he attended. And before you ask, his name isn't Jonathan and middle name Peter, so I'm not giving you his full name. Evidently, his parents couldn't make up their minds about a first name, so they just gave him both. He's literally Jonathanpeter. That's his first name. So anyway, Klein self-identified as a member of the Proud Boys, and he was wearing one of their black and yellow shirts on January 6th. So around 2 p.m. that day, he was seen on the Capitol grounds with his brother, and he assaulted an officer. Klein picked up and threw a large metal media equipment lid at the police, and it struck an officer in the head. So this is one of those big metal lids that you see on these containers that are on wheels that you can put all kinds of media equipment in and wheel it around. It's like this huge thing. It's this big rectangular lid that's very heavy. So luckily, the officer was wearing a helmet, but the officer stumbled and he almost lost consciousness from the impact of that lid. And other officers had to step in and assist him from keeping him, to keep him from falling to the ground. And the officer later told investigators that but for his helmet, he would, quote, not be here right now. And he said that he didn't think he was going to make it home that night because of all the violence. And although he didn't seek medical attention, the officer said that he was sore for a couple weeks after the Capitol attack, and he believed that he suffered a concussion. So sometime after that assault, Klein advanced toward the Capitol, and he was seen illegally entering the building only 4 minutes after the initial breach. Well, by that time, Klein and his brother had lost track of each other. But Klein stepped inside, he put his arms around two other men, and then he flashed the white supremacist hand gesture that we often see the Proud Boys use. He then traveled through several areas of the Capitol, and then he exited the building and he reunited with his brother. Then the two of them made their way over to another set of doors, and they joined in with other members of the mob in trying to force the doors open. So in doing that, they caused, according to the prosecutor and the Capitol authorities, they caused more than $10,000 worth of damage to that set of doors. So Klein was arrested on March 23rd of 2021, and in a superseding indictment, he was charged with conspiracy, obstructing an official proceeding, civil disorder, destruction of government property, entering restricted building or grounds, and disorderly conduct in a restricted building or grounds. In July of 2024, Klein pleaded guilty to civil disorder and assaulting officers. So he faced a combined 13 years in prison, 6 years of probation, and $500,000 in fines. The prosecutor, though, requested only 26 months in prison, 3 years of probation, and $3,000 in restitution. And they asked for a fine, but they didn't give an amount. They said, basically, we'll let the court decide. Prior to his sentencing hearing, Klein requested a 3-month delay. So his attorney argued that because Donald Trump won the election, he's probably going to get a pardon anyway, so why waste the court's time? Well, U.S. District Judge Randolph Moss presided over Klein's case, and he disagreed. The judge denied his request. It said, no, I'm going to sentence him anyway. So he ended up sentencing Klein to 9 months in prison, 3 years of probation, and $3,000 in restitution. So let's hope, since this case did involve assault and a serious injury of an officer, let's hope Trump will not let this guy just walk. If he does, then the left is absolutely right about his law and order stance being complete and utter bullshit. And MAGA can just go sit down and shut up about Hunter Biden, right? I mean, if you're going to complain about that and Joe Biden letting his own son off, but then Donald Trump is going to pardon people who literally assaulted and caused grave injury to officers, you have not a leg to stand on. Don't want to hear it. So anyway, I will let you know. I will keep you all informed. Thank you so much for watching and listening. Please like this video, please share it, and become a subscriber if you have not. If you can donate, truly appreciate it. Love you all. Take care. Talk with you soon.